We are glad to welcome you to our channel. Kindly subscribe to our channel and share our videos with your friends and relations. And click on the bell icon for instant notification whenever new videos are uploaded on this channel. Rest assured that we are going to have a very exciting and inspiring discussion. Let's dive into the lesson right away. Hello everyone, and welcome to our lesson video on 10 top Concord errors you must know. In this video, we will discuss some common errors of agreement or Concord, if you like, in English grammar and how to avoid them. You will learn also how to correct these errors easily in order to speak and write good English. First of all, what exactly is Concord? Grammatical concord is the agreement between elements in a sentence, such as the subject and verb or the pronoun and its antecedent. In simple terms, it means that the words in a sentence should agree with each other in number and person. I am Benjamin from English Classes Online. Let's get started. First of all, error number 1, which is subject-verb disagreement. This type of error occurs when the subject and verb do not agree in number. For example, it is incorrect to say the dog chased the cat because the dog is a single subject and should have a single verb. So the correct thing is the dog chases the cat. Another example, one of the students, this is incorrect because the singular subject here does not agree with the plural verb. So it is correct to say one of the students was absent. So here you have a singular subject and then you have a singular verb. All right. Now, moving forward, let's look at error number 2. Okay. And error number 2 is noun-pronoun disagreement. This occurs when a pronoun does not agree with its antecedent in number and person. For example, it is incorrect to say each girl grabbed their own bag. The correct thing is each girl grabbed her own bag, not their own bag, because girl here is singular and feminine. And so what should follow is not their own bag, but her own bag. Okay? So that's exactly the correct thing to say. Okay? Now let's move on to error number 3, and that is verb tense disagreements, which occurs when the verb tense in a sentence does not match the time frame in which the action occurred. So let's look at examples. Yesterday, I will go to the movies. This is incorrect because you are talking about a past event, and so it is wrong or incorrect to use the future tense. Now, the correct thing is, yesterday I went to the movies. Now, another example, after I ate dinner, I will wash the plates. This is incorrect. The correct thing is, after I ate dinner, I washed the plates. Now, this brings us to error number 4, which is pronoun case disagreement. This occurs when the wrong pronoun case is used in a sentence. For example, it is incorrect to say, her and I went to the store, because her is an objective pronoun and should not be used in the subject position. So the correct thing is, she and I went to the store. Another example is, him and me are good friends. This is also incorrect because him and me are objective pronouns and cannot be used in the subject position. The correct thing is, he and I are good friends, okay? So let's now move on to the next error, which of course is error number 5. Now, when we are using collective nouns, the verb takes its singular form if there is no action being taken in the sentence. If there is an action happening, the verb should be plural, as the people or animals in the collective are all taking action as individuals, even if it's the same action as each other. Now, let's take a look at some examples. Now, it is incorrect to say the class have the best exam results in the school, because here you are looking at the class as one unit. The correct sentence is, the class has the best exam results in the school. Now, in the second example, we have the class is sitting at their desks. Now, here we have action being taken by individual members of the group, because a collective noun is the name given to a group of people or a group of things. A class is a group of students, and so here they are sitting at their desks, which means there is action being taken by members of this group as individuals, and this is where you are supposed to use the plural. So the correct sentence is, the class are sitting at their desks. Now, note the difference between this second example and the first one. In the first one, no action is being taken. Rather, we are just looking at the class as a unit. The class has the best results in the school, okay? But when you are looking at the individual members taking actions individually, even though they are taking that action at the same time, we use the plural verb. The class are sitting at their desks, okay? Now let's move on to error number 6, and that is indefinite pronoun disagreement. It is incorrect to say everyone were late because of the rain. Well, you see, because when the subject of a sentence is an indefinite pronoun, we always use a singular verb. So an error occurs whenever you use an indefinite pronoun with a plural verb. An indefinite pronoun should always be used with the singular verb. So instead of saying everyone were late because of the rain, you should say everyone was late because of the rain. This brings us to error number 7, which of course occurs when a compound subject is treated as a singular instead of plural, or vice versa. If there is more than one subject, they work together as a plural subject, so the verb is plural. Let's look at examples. Messi and Ronaldo is brilliant player. This is incorrect because you have a plural subject here and should take a plural verb. That's the rule of Concord. So the correct thing is, Messi and Ronaldo are brilliant players, okay? Now the next example, our new chairman and managing director have arrived. So here you have an exception, okay? Because when both subjects are the same person or thing, then of course you look at that subject as singular. Because here our new chairman is also our managing director, and so the plural verb here should not apply. The correct thing is our new chairman and managing director has arrived. Now, there is no article to show that the managing director is a different person from the chairman. So you talk of the chairman and managing director. The same person is the chairman and is also the managing director. So in this case, there should be a singular verb to show that that is a singular subject. Now, there is another exception when two things are always linked together, okay, in people's minds, to the point where when spoken about together, we think of them as one thing. Okay, for example, it is incorrect to say fried rice and chicken are my favorite dinners, because fried rice and chicken, we look at these two items as one thing, you know, because that's the food you eat. So it should be looked at as one unit, one dish, one dinner, okay? So the correct thing is fried rice and chicken is my favorite dinner, okay? So the same thing applies to bread and tea, bread and butter, and so on and so forth. So when you have things like that going together and forming one meal, you should not look at them as separate entities. So when we refer to them together, we use the singular verb, okay? Now, let's now move on to error number 8. Don't forget that we are still looking at Concord errors, and the error number 8 is measurement Concord error. You know, we use all kinds of measurements in our speech and writing. So it is important to know how to make the verb agree with the measurement we are describing. You know, from time to time, we talk about measurements, such as measurements of time, distance, money, amount, and so on. So it is always correct to use the singular verb, even if the measurement appears to be plural. So let's look at some examples. 2 weeks are not long enough for our vacation in Dubai. This is incorrect because when you look at 2 weeks, it has to do with measurement and should take a singular verb. So the correct thing is 2 weeks is not long enough for our vacation in Dubai. Remember the biblical statement, 1,000 years is like a day in the sight of the Lord. 1,000 years is, you know, so when you talk of measurement, you use the singular verb. Now let's look at another example. $400 are too much to spend on meat. Well, this is incorrect because you should use the singular verb. $400 is too much to spend on meat. Error number 9, quantifier-verb disagreement. This kind of error occurs when quantifiers are used with the plural verb. Quantifiers are, you know, words such as each and every. You know, they are always singular and should be followed by, you know, a singular noun and a singular verb. Now, let's look at some examples to make them clearer. Every student in the class have handed in their assignment. This is incorrect because when you talk of every student, it should be seen as a singular subject and should take a singular verb. So the correct sentence is every student in the class has handed in their assignment or his or her assignment. This brings us to error number 10, which we call proximity errors with correlatives. Proximity refers to the closeness of two things. In the case of sentences, we often show proximity between two subjects by using correlative conjunctions, either or neither nor. If both subjects are singular, the verb takes the singular form. Let's look at some examples and I will explain further. Either the president or the VP are attending the meeting. This is incorrect because you have the two subjects are singular, and so the singular verb should apply. So it is correct to say either the president or the VP is attending the meeting. Now, what happens when you have one singular subject and then the other subject is plural? Of course, this is where the rule of proximity applies. The subject that is nearer to the verb should determine the verb, okay, that should agree with it. For example, either the coach or the players has arrived. This is incorrect because whereas the coach is singular, the players is plural subject and should determine the verb. So since we have the plural subject that is nearer to the verb, then the verb should be plural as well. So the correct sentence is either the coach or the players have arrived. And this, of course, brings us to the end of today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you did, like the video and share it with your friends and relations. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, kindly leave them in the comment section below. See you in the next class. Many thanks for watching today's video. A big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now as a way of giving us support. For notification about new videos, click on the bell icon. You will find the bell icon. Click on it so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you will be instantly notified. If you have actually enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends and relatives. This is very important. If you have any comments, leave your comments below. Any questions, any suggestions, we would gladly receive them and respond promptly and positively to them. See you in the next video. I look forward to always seeing you